When it comes to the world of compact tablets, there is one device that refuses to die, a device that has become a legend in the used market and an enigma for tech enthusiasts looking to save every penny without sacrificing the Apple experience. We're talking about the iPad Mini 5. Now, you might be wondering, in a world dominated by M4 chips, OLED displays, and ultra-thin bezels, why are we still talking about a tablet released years ago? The answer lies in a strange convergence of value, performance, and a price point that makes it almost impossible to ignore. For the price of a mid-range pair of headphones, you can own a piece of engineering that still runs the latest software and handles daily tasks with a level of grace that many brand-new budget tablets struggle to match. But as we move deeper into 2026, the question isn't just about whether it works. It's about whether you're buying a bargain or a ticking time bomb. The iPad Mini 5 occupies a very specific niche. It's the last of the classic design, featuring those chunky forehead and chin bezels and the iconic physical home button with Touch ID. For some, this is a relic of the past, but for a massive segment of the audience in the USA and Europe, it represents a golden era of ergonomics. There is something undeniably satisfying about a physical button, a tactile response that the newer, gesture-based iPads just can't replicate. But under that old-school exterior beats the heart of the A12 Bionic chip. While that sounds ancient in tech years, you have to remember that Apple's silicon was miles ahead of the competition when it launched. Even today, the iPad Mini 5 feels snappy. Opening apps, scrolling through dense web pages, and even light photo editing don't feel like a chore. It's this just enough performance that keeps the resale value high and the demand even higher. However, the real reason we are seeing a massive surge in interest for the iPad Mini 5 right now is the leads and rumors surrounding the upcoming iPad Mini 8. Leaks suggest that Apple is finally moving to an OLED display for the Mini lineup, likely in late 2026 or early 2027. This news has caused a ripple effect in the market. Those who want the absolute best are waiting for the Mini 8, but those who are watching their wallets are realizing that the current Mini 7 is still quite expensive, and the Mini 6 lacks the classic feel they crave. This leaves the Mini 5 as the ultimate interim choice. It's the tablet you buy when you need something right now for reading, note-taking, or traveling, but you don't want to drop $500 on a device that might be eclipsed by an OLED version in 12 months. It is the tactical choice for the smart consumer. Let's talk about the experience of using this device in a modern workflow. If you're a student or a digital nomad, portability is your religion. The iPad Mini 5 is the size of a paperback book. It fits into a jacket pocket, a small purse, or the glove box of a car. Unlike the larger iPads that demand a dedicated bag, the Mini 5 is always with you. And because it supports the first-generation Apple Pencil, it remains one of the best digital journals on the planet. Yes, charging the pencil by sticking it into the Lightning port looks ridiculous. It's like a tech lollipop, but the latency is still low, the pressure sensitivity is perfect, and for taking notes in a lecture or sketching an idea on the subway, it is flawless. People often underestimate how much the friction of a device's size prevents them from using it. With the Mini 5, that friction is zero. But we have to address the elephant in the room: software longevity. As of early 2026, the iPad Mini 5 is still receiving the latest iPadOS updates. It is a testament to Apple's support cycle that a device this old can still run modern features. But we are approaching the finish line. Rumors from supply chain analysts suggest that the A12 Bionic might be on the chopping block for the next major iteration of iPadOS. This is the gamble. If you buy a Mini 5 today, you're likely looking at maybe 2 more years of prime software support before it moves into the security updates only phase. For many, this is perfectly fine. If your goal is to watch Netflix on a flight, read Kindle books before bed, or manage your emails on the go, you don't need the latest software bells and whistles. You need a stable, reliable screen that stays alive for 10 hours. The loud budgeting MO, vehement, that has taken over social media recently has also played a role in the Mini 5's resurgence. People are tired of the upgrade every year treadmill. There is a certain pride now in finding the hidden gem in the used market. Tech influencers are increasingly pointing toward the Mini 5 as the secret pro choice for those who value utility over status. When you pull out a Mini 5 in a coffee shop, you aren't showing off a $1,000 piece of glass. You are showing that you know how to maximize value. You are using the same tool as everyone else, but you paid 70% less. In the current economic climate, that is a powerful narrative that resonates deeply with the USA audience. Let's dive into the hardware specifics that still matter. The screen on a Mini 5 is actually better than the base model cheap iPads Apple has released recently. It features a fully laminated display, which means there is no air gap between the glass and the pixels. This makes the content look like it's sitting right on top of the glass, which is crucial for artists and note-takers. It also has True Tone and P3 wide color gamut support. Compare that to a modern budget Android tablet or even some of the lower-end iPad models, and the Mini 5 often wins on color accuracy and outdoor visibility. It's a premium screen in an old body. This is why it remains the king of the budget hill. If you're looking at the leaks for the iPad Mini 8 and feeling the FOMO, the fear of missing out, consider this. The Mini 8 is rumored to start at a much higher price point due to the cost of OLED panels. We are likely looking at a starting price of $599 or even $649. Meanwhile, a high-quality refurbished iPad Mini 5 can be found for under $200. You could buy 3 Mini 5s for the price of one Mini 8. When you frame it that way, the ultimate budget choice title starts to make a lot of sense. It's about the cost per hour of use. If you use this tablet for 3 years and then sell it for $100, your total cost of ownership was pennies a day. That is the kind of financial logic that wins in 2026. As we look toward the future, the iPad Mini 5 will eventually become a legacy device, a piece of tech history. But today it stands as a bridge. It bridges the gap between those who need a high-quality Apple device and those who refuse to be gouged by modern flagship pricing. Whether you're a parent looking for a durable, powerful tablet for a child, a student on a strict budget, or a professional who just wants a small screen for reference material, the Mini 5 isn't just a choice, it's a statement. It's a statement that says you value function over form, and that you are smart enough to recognize that old doesn't mean obsolete. In the ever-shifting landscape of tech rumors and leaks, the Mini 5 is the one constant that continues to deliver, proving that sometimes the best upgrade is the one you already knew about.